Hello guys, now we shall see problem based on field test, and we know that field test is conducted on DC series motor wherein we have two similar machines of same rating. They are mechanically coupled strongly. Okay, these are some conditions for field test conducting on DC series motor. You can see that what motor field of motor as well as field of generator are connected in series, so both will have same currents. If I1 enters means the same I1 leaves, so there is no any division of current, so current remain always same in both of the fields, whether it is motor or generator. Okay, and one more thing you need to remember here is, you should be careful here, whenever I say total supply to the motor, then it will be VDC or V. Okay, whenever I say total supply to the motor, it will be VDC or V. Whenever I just say supply to the motor, only motor, if I say means it will be V1. Total supply in sense V or VDC. If I say only supply to the motor means it will be V1, which is connected across this point as well as this point. Okay, that excludes voltage across field of the generator. Okay, so the thing, keeping these things in the point, we shall start the problem. Okay, and again I1 is the primary current or current which is flowing in the motor circuit, and I2 is the load current flowing in the generator circuit. Okay, so I shall read a problem for you. A field test on two mechanically coupled similar motors with their fields connected in series, and with one machine running as a motor, this machine runs as a motor, and other machine run as a generator, gave the following data. Okay, so first data is with respect to motor. What it is, armature current is 40 ampere. So we know that armature is present here, so we know that all current is same throughout the circuit. Here I1 is same, so what is here, IA is 40 ampere, so this will be also 40. I1 is equal to 40 because I1 is equal to I, so I1 is equal to 40 ampere, and armature voltage is equal to 200 volt. See, this armature voltage is nothing but your V1, remember that. Okay, this is how much, 200 volt. So armature voltage in series motor is connected across field as well as the armature. This is your armature voltage, means V1 is equal to 200 volt. Okay, not V is equal to 200 volt. Armature is equal to, since I am discussing only with respect to motor, so this is 200 volt. Okay, next, the drop across its field winding is 15 volt. So drop across its field winding is 15 volt. We shall not write that, it is anyhow, it is not necessary here. Let us move to the generator part, where data is like armature current is 32 ampere. So generator is over here, so armature is here, so I2 is 32 ampere. Okay, next, armature voltage is 160 volt. So armature voltage of generator is 160 volt, that is V2 is 160 volt. I shall write here V2 is 160 volt. It is given here the problem. The drop across its field winding, so drop across its field winding means generator field winding is over here, so drop across this is 15 volt. It is given in the problem. So drop across the field winding of the generator is 15 volt. So you can write, already I have said in the problem, the drop across field winding of the motor is also 15 volt. Anyhow, it is not necessary. If you want means you can write down. I shall write here somewhere. Okay, 15 volt. Okay, 15 volt is the drop across the series field winding of the motor. Anyhow, it will not be helpful in the problem. Just for the problem's sake, I am going to write here 15 volt here. Okay, 1.5. Next, the armature resistance of each armature means of motor as well as generator, it is of around how much, 0.4 ohm. 0.4 ohm. Okay, calculate efficiency of each machine at this load, means we are supposed to calculate efficiency of the motor as well as efficiency of the generator. Motor means left part, generator means right part. Okay, I shall write here if you want means I1 is equal to 40 ampere, whereas V1 is equal to 200 volts. Okay, what will be the total voltage here then? What will be the total voltage, VDC or V? We know from this point to this point it is 200, and from this point to this point it is 15. So addition of the voltage as there is in series 215. Can I write like this? VDC or V is equal to 215 volt. Again I'm reminding you, VDC or V is nothing but total supply voltage, where V1 is the exclusive voltage across motor. Okay, total supply across means only supply across motor. This is total supply and this is the only supply across the motor. Next I shall write with respect to I2. I2 is how much? 32 ampere, whereas V2 is 160 volt. And so it is the voltage across the load, you can say. Okay, now we shall start with the motor part. So write down motor here. Okay, now since it is with respect to efficiency of motor, so I shall write formula here. Efficiency of motor is equal to output by input, basic formula, into 100 percentile. So we have to calculate output as well as input. Let us see whether we have having with input or not. So what input is? Total input, since it is with respect to motor, and formula we have is with respect to whether it is V1 into I or V2 into I2. Sorry, V2 pardon, it is V1 into I1 or V into I1. Which one is right? V1 into I1 or V into I1. Which one is right here? Since only we are discussing about the motor, so it should be always with respect to V1, not V into I1, because it is concerned with only motor. So input will be V1 into I1 and not V into I1. So input to the motor is equal to V1 into I1. So V1 is around how much? 200 volt, and I1 is how much? 40 ampere. Both gives me around 8000 watts. 8000 watts. And what about output? Again same formula, output is equal to input minus losses, and input you already know, that is it is around 8000 watt, right? Again losses here includes what? Field copper loss, armature copper loss. First I shall write, if you want once again I will write armature copper loss plus field copper loss, plus obviously here also we have stray loss. Doesn't matter whether it is series motor or shunt motor or compound motor, these three losses are always present. Okay, general. So now I need to know what armature copper loss is. So first we shall calculate armature copper loss. So again you can see what is armature copper loss here, only with respect to the motor. Please be very much careful here. Only with respect to motor. This is the motor part, this is generator part. Though it is present in the motor circuit, only we are going to consider this part only. Okay, here we know that RSC is there and RA is there. Okay, and what is flowing in RSC as well as RA? There flows I1, because they are in series, so I1 will be same. So what I can write here is armature copper loss. See, it is with respect to motor, that is I1 square, because it's the same current which flows in the armature part also. And what about here? It is RA plus RSC, yes or not? Because copper loss occurring in the field also, copper loss is occurring in the armature also, right? So which results me, what is I1 square? I1 square is 40 square. RA is how much? I think RA is given. RA is 0.4 I guess, right? RA is 0.4. Yes, it is given. RA is 0.4. What about RSC? Do we know the value of RSC here? No? or whether it is given the problem. No, RSC is not given the problem, so we need to calculate it. Okay, RSC we don't know. So how to calculate RSC? Since we know that voltage across RSC, whether it is RSCM or RSCG, it is 15 volt, and what current flows here? 40 ampere. Yes, so RSC equal to V by I, simple formula, because voltage across field winding of the motor is how much? 15 volt, and whereas current is around how much? I1 flows, no, right there, I1 flows there, 15 volt. I1 is how much? 40. If I do division here, I would get 0.375 ohm. Okay, I'm going to have here 0.375. So once I do the calculation, I get it as answer 1240 watt. 1240 watt. This is your armature copper loss. What about field copper loss? Field copper loss we have calculated in this only, because field is nothing but this, that is I1 square RSC. Armature copper loss is I1 square RA. So whatever it is we have calculated, it is combination of armature copper loss and field copper loss. So we shall not calculate copper loss of field separately, because addition of both armature as well as field we have calculated as 1240. Okay, next what remains here is stray loss. Okay, we need to calculate stray loss here, so that will be the question mark here. We shall see how to calculate in the later part. Okay, stray loss, once you know the stray loss, you can substitute over here. I can calculate easily output, then we'll be knowing efficiency of the motor. Okay, now let us, for a sake of convenience, we shall leave the stray loss here itself. We shall jump to the generator part. Here also same generator formula, output by input into 100, right? Now, do we know input of the generator? Do we know input? How to calculate input of the generator? Input is equal to output plus losses. Output is equal to output plus losses. And how to calculate the output as well as how to calculate the losses is the question here, right? Output of the generator. Let us see how to calculate the output of the generator here. As we know that output of generator is nothing but what? V2 into I2, right? Output is equal to what? V2 into I2. So V2 is how much? 160 volt and I2 is 32. If I multiply both of them, then I would get how much? 5120 watts. So output is all done. Now it comes for the input. Input is equal to output plus losses. Again I will elaborate here. Output plus losses in sense what? That includes armature plus field copper loss plus stray loss. Now, so already output is done, so we are supposed to calculate input now. So I will substitute here 5120 with respect to output. Armature copper loss. Here see what is armature copper loss. Here what flows here? I2 flows in armature. So it will be what? Just I2 square into RA, right? I2 square into RA. Next, field copper loss. See field current here. Field means here this is the field of the generator part. So what flows here? Whether I2 flows or I1 flows? Yes, here I1 flows, not I2. So it will be I1 square into RSC. Okay, I1 square into RSC will be the field copper loss. And what about stray loss? We shall see stray loss later. Okay, so 5120. So I2 square RA. I2 is how much? 32 square, and RA is 0.4. Both are the same. I1 is already I1 is 40 ampere. RSC is how much? See, RSC of generator again same. If you do the calculation here, you'll get the same value. This is of motor and this is of generator. V by I. Again we know that there is a 15 voltage drop across that, and I is what? Current that flows through that field winding, that is 40 ampere. That will be 0.375 ohm. So it will be 0.375. Okay, now what remains here is stray loss. So stray loss here also it is a question mark. So in both the cases we need to calculate the stray loss. Okay, now what I will do is to calculate the stray loss, similarly we shall follow the thing which we have followed in the Hopkinson test, that is we shall take motor generator set. Okay, we'll make some room here. Motor generator set. Okay, motor generator set. So for this we shall have power taken from supply. This means total supply. Total supply in sense what? It is V into I1. Okay, total supply, it is V into I1. What is V here? V, how much it is? Already calculated, it is 215. I1 is how much? 40. So what will be the answer? If you multiply both, it will be 8600 watts. Okay, again total losses in both the machines. Total losses in both machine. See, whatever we are doing here, motor generator set, the only sake we are doing for the sake of calculation of stray loss. Okay, remember that total losses in both machines means it is a combined loss, that is stray loss. Why it is one more thing again I want to remember you, why total stray loss will be same? Because both the machines are of same rating, and again in the both the field windings of motor and generator same current flows, so they are both samely excited. So if they are samely excited means they have the same stray losses. So total losses in both the machine is equal to what? You can write down in terms of WT, total losses. It is input minus output. But write it as total input minus generator output. Okay, total input is the total input here, and total output is that the generator. So it will be V into I1 minus, what is generator output? You already know it is V2 into I2. Already we calculated, I guess. Where it is? Yes, it's 5120. V into I1 is how much? 8600, and V2 into I2 it already calculated here. You can see it is 5120. How much it results? It results 3480 watt. That is a total loss in the machine. Okay, now we have to calculate what? Total stray losses, right? Total stray losses, right here, total stray losses. See, total losses includes your copper loss of armature as well as field, yes, of both the machines. Also it includes stray losses. So we have to isolate stray losses, that is total stray losses, out of copper losses. So formula is what? Total stray loss is equal to WT minus WCU, whereas WT is the total losses. It includes armature copper loss, field copper loss of both motor and generator, as well as stray loss of both the motor and generator. If I manage to eliminate the copper loss out of this, then I would be getting total stray losses. So WT I shall write here, already we calculated 3480, and WCU, how I will calculate? WCU is the what? Total copper loss of both the machines. So first we shall start with the motor. Total copper loss, what it is? I1 square, I shall make a big bracket here, square bracket, I1 square into bracket RA plus RSC, right? This is the what? Armature copper loss as well as field copper loss of the motor. And again, anyhow I1 flows here also, same current. I better write it as RA plus 2 is 2 RSC, or better I write it as like this here, I1 square RSC plus this. So total copper loss in the armature part, that will be I1 square into RA. Total copper loss in the field of motor, that is I1 square into RSC, written here plus, and total copper loss in the field part of the generator, that is I1 square into RSC G. If you want, you can suffix here RSC G, RSC M. Any of both are of the same value. Okay, you can write like this, or you can combine them. Which loss we have not included here? Yes, we have not included armature copper loss of the generator. So it will be what? I2 square into RA. I2 square into RA. Yes, RA is of generator, I2 square, I2 is of generator. So we know all these values. Now we shall substitute them one by one. 3480 minus I1 square into RA into RSC. I think already we have done. How much is that? It is around 1240. Yes, already we have done here. See, all of you. Yes, it is 1240. And now I1 square RSC. What is I1? It is 40 square into RSC. RSC is how much? RSC is 0.375. If I do in the calculator, I would get, you can see, it is 40 square into RSC is how much? 0.375. It is 600. So I shall add plus 600 here. This is over. So what remains is I2 square into RA. What is I2? 32. 32 square into RA. RA is 0.4. Okay. 32 square into RA is 0.4, which results 409.6. 409.6. If I do in this calculator, then total losses I would get, shall do 3480 minus into the bracket 1240 plus 600 plus 409.6. It results me 1230.4. Where shall I write? I don't have space here. Somehow I'll manage here. Okay, it is 1230.4 watts. 1230.4 watts. This is what? This is your total stray losses occurring in both the machines, not just individual machine, both the machines. Okay, so how to calculate individual stray loss, that is individual stray loss in motor as well as individual stray loss in generator? Yes, we can divide it by 2. Okay, so I shall write here stray loss of any machine, it may be motor or generator, it will be always same. I shall write here 1230.4 divided by 2, that results how much? 615 67.2 watt. Don't forget to mention the units. Okay, so steel loss per machine, I got what? Of any machine, it's not combinedly, it's any machine, 615.2 watt. So here it is 615.2 watt, and for generator also it will be same, 615.2 watt, right? Because for both the machines stray loss is same. Now once you get the stray loss, you can do the remaining part of the problem here. Yeah, I left the generator part here, so I shall add this 5120 and 32 square 0.4. How much it will be? 32 square into 0.4, it is 409.6. and what about this 40 square into 0.375? it will be 600, and again stray loss is how much? 615.2, right? If I add all this, then what I'll get, see, 5120 plus 409.6 plus 600 plus 615.2, it would be 6744.8 watts. That is the total input of the your generator. Okay, total input of the generator is 6744. Second we shall see 160 into 32, 160 into 32, 512, yes, 67448.8 watts. This is fine. So input is done, so I shall tick here, so I shall divide one by the another. Now what is the output? It was 5120 by 6744.8 into 100 will result me how much? I shall write here, equal to, will result me, shall do it, 5120 divided by 6744.8, that is 75.91. 75.91 is the percentile of the efficiency of generator. So still we aren't finished yet, because still we need to calculate the efficiency of motor, and again input we already know, and what remains here is output. And again to calculate the output, we shall just substitute the values. 8000 minus armature copper loss plus field copper loss already have calculated, it's around 1240, and stray loss is how much? 615.2, 615.2. so I shall calculate it in the calculator. 8000 minus into the bracket 1240 plus 615.2 bracket close, it is around 6144. Right here, 6144.8 watt. Okay, 6144.8 watt. Now I shall substitute here directly. I shall write like this. Output is, where is the output? Yeah, 6144.8. 6144.8. Input is how much? 8000 into 100. What will result? Just divide by 8000. Yes, it is 76.81. So efficiency of the motor is greater than the efficiency of generator. Usually it will be like this. Okay, so the quest is over. Efficiency of motor is 76.81 and efficiency of generator is 75.9. Okay, this is the calculation part of the efficiency of motor as well as generator. Okay.